Monday, June 15th edition of the Carolina Weather Video. Meteorologist Matthew East here with you. Hot, the weather word here as we go through the week. It is a hot weather pattern that we have on tap. It was already a hot weekend. This is our Sunday numbers across the region. After a lot of mid and low 90s Saturday, we tacked on several more degrees yesterday. 97 the high in Charlotte, 98 in Columbia and Fayetteville, 94 in Greensboro, 96 in Raleigh. Look at that, even right at Wilmington, 97 degrees yesterday afternoon. Around the Triad viewing area, mid and lower 90s out there, and around the Charlotte area it was mid and even a few upper 90s out there. Just a really steamy day, and today in many spots a degree or two hotter than what we had yesterday. These are the 5:30 a.m. temperatures this morning. A lot of 70s on the board. Very, very muggy conditions. I didn't put the dew point chart in there, I don't believe, but dew points up there in the ballpark of 70 in many spots. No rain locally, but you get off into the northeastern part of the country. Some areas of rain and storms over parts of the northeast and then back into the plains. Those showers and storms kind of ridge riding there around the periphery of a big upper level ridge that's centered basically right overhead, which I'll show you in a moment. Temperatures around the region, look at all the 70s, even down through the Gulf Coast region, the Southern Plains, and all the way up to Detroit. It's 72 right now. Very hot pattern in place across the region. Let me back that back out, and I'll show you where we do have a heat advisory in effect. And it covers a lot of areas here across the Carolinas, all the way down from the lowlands of South Carolina and southeastern Georgia up into much of the eastern half of North Carolina, including the Raleigh, Fayetteville, Wilmington areas, and over in the eastern side and the southern side of the Greensboro and the Charlotte metro areas included in that heat advisory. That'll probably be issued again and maybe even expanded a bit for tomorrow. A big upper level ridge right overhead, and that's the case for most of the week. Maybe a small relaxation in the pattern, but certainly nothing cool about the pattern as we get into the weekend and early next week. But we might wind up with some low to mid 90s in here by early next week as opposed to mid and upper 90s. Again, not much of a change, but a hot week, no doubt, on the way. So rain chances also very, very low over the next couple of days. Most of us, the vast majority of us, rain free. And these are your forecast highs across the region. 100 Raleigh and Fayetteville, 100 in Columbia, 98 in Charlotte, 96 in Greensboro. Very similar weather day tomorrow. Another hot day, rain chances quite limited. And probably even a little bit hotter tomorrow. 99 in Charlotte, 102 in Columbia, 101 Raleigh and Fayetteville, 97 in Greensboro. Another hot one for Wednesday, although I do think a little better chance of a couple of thunderstorms Wednesday afternoon. Highs mid to upper 90s again in most North Carolina spots. And again, the heat just kind of sticks around thereafter. Now let me show you what's happening here in the tropics. There's the satellite imagery, and what we're watching is a developing area of low pressure right about there. And there's some gusty winds with it, but it's not the most impressive looking system. Really doesn't look like a tropical system at this juncture, more of a hybrid type of system. The convection not wrapped all the way around the center. There's the infrared satellite imagery. Reconnaissance flight scheduled to investigate this area later today. Unless some drastic changes happen, I don't think in the short term, in the next 6 hours or so, this is going to become a classified system. But it could before it eventually makes a landfall in Texas, and that happens by tomorrow. And then we see, again, remember, you have this big upper level ridge centered right here, and so you have that tropical system then getting lifted up and around the periphery of that ridge, really having very little impact on our area whatsoever. All right, so let me show you a few of the high resolution charts here. All right, these will look at the high temperatures across the region off the GFS computer model for today. You're looking at a lot of highs, the mid to upper 90s. You see those triple digits over here toward I-95. And there's a look at tomorrow. You see a couple ticks hotter across the region as that heat continues to build. And you just look at it as you go through the week here, very little relief in sight. In fact, just a pretty stagnant pattern of oppressive heat. Again, those are Wednesday's highs across the region. Here comes Thursday. And again, you can see the highs well up into the 90s and some triple digits mixed in here and there. So let me fast forward to the week. All right, there's your Saturday highs across the region. And again, it's not quite as hot as what we're seeing over the next couple of days, but still mid to upper 90s out. And then there's a peak at Sunday, very similar weather scenario. So just a lot of hot weather here as we go through the week. You want to be sure and take it easy out there. Check on anybody you know that might not have access to air conditioning. It's that type of deal here where you need to take care of the folks that don't have that air conditioning. It's going to be really an oppressive week of heat and humidity. All right, that is it for today's edition of the Carolina Weather Video. Everybody have a wonderful day. Stay cool, and God bless.